Hello everybody, welcome back. Are you ready to kickstart the week with a Deal It Up challenge? I hope so, because that's what I've got for you today. My name is Belinda and this is Visualized NZ. I've already pre-shuffled the cards that I picked the prompts from, so I'm just going to give them a quick little refresh and then pick the card. And what card are we going to? This one, washi tape. So we're going to be using washi tape today. A quick little flick over, and we are going to go envelope. Okay, cool. Liking it so far. And when I do these prompts, like, they may not be a style that you prefer, they may not be something you want to make, but that's the fun of it, is stretching you as well as a chance to make something, give you some inspiration. It's also a chance to stretch you, and colour blocking. Okie dokie. So colour blocking is just like it sounds. It's like solid blocks of colour. I can't put it any more simpler than that. That's just what it is. So let's grab out an envelope. Right, so I'm going to work with a used envelope here out of the mail. So you might choose to make an envelope or alter an envelope, however you want to do it. So mine's going to end up not an envelope. I'm just using an envelope to start with. So interpret it whichever way the wind blows for you today. You can make it as simple or as complex as you like. And I have a feeling that mine is going to be slightly more complex today, and that's okay. You know, sometimes I do them and they're really quick and simple, and I think, gee, it's almost like I didn't even do a challenge. And then sometimes it's quite the mission. Oh, that didn't go all the way through. So oh gosh, why is it? Oh, it's not going to work if I cut on the ruler, is it? Don't know why it's having such trouble getting through that. Maybe my craft knife is getting a bit dull. It probably is. Quite the workhorse in my space. Right, can I take off this? Actually no, I'm going to leave it on, but I just want to put a little bit of glue. It's the flap of the envelope, the edges where it's not glued down. So I'm just going to put those so that it's not coming loose, and the other side's torn off, so that's fine. Now I'm just going to slice it open at the top and bottom. Like so. Okay, so I think, and that is not straight, so let's trim that up. Sorry, craft knife coming out again. I think I'm going to do some sort of flippy thing with this. Oops. Perhaps so I can see the lines would be a good start. Right, trim off that bit where it's got a wee divot out of it. Just close my glue so it doesn't dry out. We've got the fire going now, so it will dry out quite quickly with the fire going. Okay, now I'm just checking it over for anywhere else that I might want to glue down. So I just put the lid on the glue and already grabbing it again to use it. Just I don't want any bits sort of getting in the way or being a nuisance, coming apart. None of that stuff going on. So I'm just going around making sure it's all good. Okay, I am going to trim this other end as well. Now, it probably would have made sense if instead of slicing it open like I did, I had just cut it to begin with. So, tip, just cut it and save yourself a step. But that's okay. I don't mind if I have to go over things again and do an extra step. It doesn't really bother me. And perhaps you can learn from my missteps, and where I've probably glued that down as well, so I probably didn't need to do that either, but never mind. It's not going to come unglued in the trash, is it? Okay, so there we go. It's all trimmed up, all nice, good base to work with. So, colour blocking. What would I like to do? Colour blocking. Actually, I think I know what I will do. I picked up this little pack of origami paper for $1 at the op shop when I was there a couple of weekends ago. So, we don't need the card at the back. Let's just use this. And what colours? There's a silver and gold in here as well, which is rather pretty, but I'm not going to use that today. I am thinking sort of slightly neutral sort of feel. So how about a yellow, a brown. What else have we got in here? Is that the same colour or a different colour? It's the same. Let's see if we can find a... Oh, there's quite a lot of that yellow colour. I don't want this bright yellow. I'm wanting something sort of more subdued. Could go black. Oh, that one would be a nice colour to go with that. So some colours, there's a gold. Some colours I've got multiple sheets of and some have only got one, like the silver and gold, there's only one of them, which is a shame, but never mind. Okay, I think we'll go with those three colours, and then I'll leave these out in case we want to grab something else. So I'm going to colour block with these, and I think I'm just going to, do I want to tear or do I want to go straight? I'm thinking straight for a change. I often tear. So let's go. So I'm still tearing, but I'm tearing with a ruler. So what I was debating was whether I tear just randomly with, you know, with my fingers, or go straight with the tear. So let's go straight, because I very rarely do that unless it's an edge. But I kind of got colour blocking, the blocky sort of thing stuck in my head. And colour blocking doesn't mean it has to be like actual physical squared off blocks. It can be any shape. But for some reason my head is just going, I want to do squared off shapes. And that's not straight, but it's okay. By the time it's collaged up, it's all going to be good. So I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. We had a relatively quiet one. Yeah, nothing major really going on. Friday night we went to a movie at our church, which was really cool. It's called The Lost King, and it's about the search for the remains of King Richard III. Very good movie. Really interesting. It's not an action-packed movie, but it's very, very interesting, very good, well done movie, and kind of one of those ones that gets you a bit mad, because, you know, this woman who actually found him was responsible for finding him. was so undervalued and taken advantage of, and people were just out to cover their own self-interests. In the end, she was recognised. She received an MBE from the Queen. But yeah, just one of those ones that makes you a bit mad about the injustice of everything, you know, how she was treated. But ultimately she was successful in finding King Richard's remains and setting the record straight on, you know, where he was and how he died and that sort of thing. So I want to make sure that goes up past our little window. So I'm going to retain the window and the envelope, otherwise just use a straight bit of paper if you're not going to use the window. Right, let's put another bit of this up here. So this isn't going to take too long doing it this way. I think it's a relatively quick way. Doing it in nice big blocks of colour. Oops, come on, scooch over. Scooch, scooch. Yeah, so if you have a chance to watch the movie, The Lost King, it is really good. And particularly if you're interested in English history, you know, there's some interesting facts that come out of it, like "My horse, my kingdom for a horse." I didn't realise, but that saying actually comes from King Richard III. Who knew? I didn't know, but now I do. So that's my little movie recommendation. I don't know where it's available to watch. I don't know if it's on any of the platforms, you know, like Netflix or anything. You'll just have to go searching. It's a relatively recent movie, because she received the MBE in 2018, I think. Not sure when the movie was produced, but it's not that old. It might have been last year, maybe, or the year before that it came out. And another one that my husband and I are watching at the moment, it's a series, which is an English one again. We like the English stuff, they're very well done. It's called The Bay, and it's a cop drama mystery type thing, and it's really good. We've just today finished season 1, and there's 4 seasons in total, so looking forward to watching the rest of that over however long it takes us. And there's only like 6 episodes per season, so not super long, but yeah, really, really good if you like English dramas. If you have any recommendations, hit me up. What do you like to watch? I'm all up to finding new programs, although I spend so much time on my own when I'm on my own watching YouTube. I don't have a lot of time to watch other stuff. I've been watching last season The Block Australia, which is like a home renovation type program. I've been watching that. It's well and truly finished, live episodes, and I'm still less than halfway through it because I just don't make much time to watch it. Okay, I'm collaging it, and I've got little white bits in the corners. I'm not going to bother about that. They're so tiny. I don't think they really affect the overall look. I'm not going to stress about them. And the only way to get rid of them is either fiddle around and put something across the corner, or put something higher, you know, closer in, and that means that you'll see the back of the paper through the window on the other side. So that's kind of not my ideal solution. So I think I'm just happy leaving the little corners. Okay, there we go, colour blocking. What do you reckon so far? I think that is pretty cool. Now this side, I am actually quite happy. This is perfectly writable. There's no problem writing on that, so I'm going to leave that side as writing space. I might put an image in here or something so that it's seen through the window. I might actually just make this like to tuck in a pocket rather than wrap around a page. So it's like a journal card, flip out journal card or something. Right, now I just want that glue to dry before I fold it up so that it folds nicely for me. Washi tape. I need to grab washi tape. Oops, sorry about the noise. Oops, box round the right way so I can open it is handy. Sip of my cup of tea. And let's have a look at what washies might suit. So I've got an orange, might work. Black and white is an option. Maybe a bit too stark for me for this. It's got too many colours in it. There's another black and white one. Ooh, this one could be interesting. A bit of text washi. Didn't even know I had that one. This was sent in Happy Mail. And then there's this like postage stamp one down here that's on sort of a neutral background. So they're definitely possibilities. There's my ticket washi. And a bronzy one. Okay, so I'm not feeling the black and whites. We could go a pop of colour. And I think a pop of colour might be quite nice actually. So I'm going to stick with those options. And let's pop down some washi and then I'll grab out some elements that I might want to decorate it with. So I'm just going to randomly put down where I think just feels good, looks good to my eye. Okay, so I'm thinking 3 of these. And it also helps break up those lines, like I had quite a line here where all the papers meet, and that just helps break that up a bit. I think I'll use some of the script one because this looks fun. Where's the end? Here's somewhere. Here we go. Bit of washi layering. Oh, that's nice. I do really like that. I'll have to see if I can find this washi tape and buy a roll because it is cool. No idea where it came from. Oops, getting stuck to it. Be a bit up here. Just giving it a burnish so that that background disappears a little bit. And another little strip. And put this one sideways. Cool. And I am thinking one more. Do we want the bronzy one or the ticket one? I think I want the bronzy one. It's got a cut edge on this one, so I'm going to tear off that cut edge so it matches all the rest. Just a little bits of it here and there. Little clusters of washi if you like. And where do I want this one? maybe down there. Cool, loving that. I think that looks pretty cool. I haven't done this like this before, and I must say I'm quite enjoying it. Okay, now what would we like on there? Maybe a bird, maybe. Oh, I picked up this book at the op shop as well. It cost me $2. And it's got lots of really cool illustrations in it that I thought would be very usable. And they're very cartoony, but I quite like that. I thought maybe there might be something in here. There's some really cool black and white illustrations as well, which are rather fun. Don't know. Maybe this is just going to take too long looking through this, because I haven't had a proper look through it. I just had a flick through it. That's cute. But the colours don't really work. The tiger's kind of fun. And too wide. Okay, so they're too big. They're going to be folded in half if I put them on this, which is probably a good point. I probably should fold it now, and that will help me work out where else I want decorations. Okay, so this will be the back, and I could just leave it plain like that, because that is actually, you know, super easy to write on that. Even on the brown, you can use a black pen, would show up very well. So maybe I just want to decorate up this side a little bit. Bird. Let's go see what we can find in the birds. I like the owl, but it kind of covers up my washi. Well, that's quite nice. The 3 birds. Okay, yep. I'm going to go with that. Need to trim out some of the bits that aren't done, so just bear with me while I do a bit of fussy cutting. All the nooks and crannies. These were easy. Now I've just got this bit in here, which is a little tricky because it's got this little toesies, little fine toesies in that gap, so I don't think I'll cut all around them, because likelihood is I'm just going to end up chopping them off if I try. So I'll just do a loose sort of trim around, leaving some of the background around the toesies, the claws, the talons, whatever you want to call them. I'm not sure what's the technical term. I know birds of prey have talons, but what about regular birds? Okay, I think that's good enough. Tacky glue. Actually, before I do that, I was thinking I did want something behind, like a bit of book page or something. Got a bit of music. Oh, this paper likes to shred in half. try that again. Oh yeah, it likes to split. That's weird. Maybe if I go a bit slower. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I think I want it not quite so big. This is how you create lots of scraps. You tear out a scrap and then you keep trimming it down. And so you end up with smaller and smaller scraps. Okay, yeah, about the middle-ish, I think. Okay. Right, now the tacky glue. And all the little bits of branch and all the little toes and the ends of their feathers and tails and their beaks. Make sure they all glue down. Have I mentioned how much I love this fine tipped glue bottle? It's so good. Perfect for things like this. I was intending to get some the day I went to the op shops. I was intending to get a couple more, but it would have meant a trip into the mall, you know, a side trip just to get them, and I was like, no, let's just save it for a time when we're going to the mall for something else, because I'd already done quite a bit of walking that day. It's like, and I get very sore, so it's like, no, it can wait. I don't need them, I just want them. Cool, happy with that. And do we want anything else? I think we need something up here, maybe a label. So a small label, one of these. Maybe, will they fit? I do have smaller ones. These are from Shabbycottagestudio. Works, but how about a smaller one? One of these ones. I might just grab my tweezers, excuse my reach. Just prefer the tweezers so I don't end up damaging the pockets on my folio. Something like that, or do we want a more neutral colour? Yeah, I think that one's good. I'll pop the other ones back when I'm done. Okay, so let's pop you up there. Oops. Only annoying thing is the cap, which is attached, and you kind of got to hold it out of the way while you're using it. I mean, it's fine. It's just the only slight annoyance is when it falls out of my fingers when I'm trying to corral it, control it. Okay. I am feeling a number. So let's see if a number will work. Do we want it at the top? I actually like that at the top. Let's put it at the top. Not going to distress it. Don't think it needs it. I probably will distress right round the whole thing. Here we go, I like that. Okay, do we need anything else? Let's have a look at a word. We might as well do the proper job while we're here. Comfort. We've got a small word, or got a little give time. I actually quite like that. Let's go with that. Give time. And I like it. I like what it says, but I also like the colour and the size of it. Just, I think, fit down there very nicely. Perfect. Okay, let's give it an ink up. And then this is going to be done. Doesn't show up so well on the brown, but it does show. And the back. Get rid of those white edges that I managed to leave while I was collaging. Okay, and also going to do on the inside so the only thing I haven't done actually is the something on the inside, which I need to think about, don't I? No, I don't think we really want two birds in there, do we? No. Ideas. Okay, I do have some little square things, little cards. Not sure where they came from. Would they fit? Oh yeah, something like that would be quite nice. I don't know if you can see with the glare on the plastic sleeves. Or some mushrooms. It's kind of very fallish, isn't it? Very autumnish. Kind of the scale was a bit wrong with the birds though. Right, I'll just pop those back after I've turned the video off. Save mucking around. Well, that's pretty, but the wrong colours. There's a bunny. Some fairies. No, not quite right. I think one of these might be the best. It's just pretty. I think this top one. Ah, it actually says in the middle of this one, it's from Antique Papery. Digital collage sheet. I don't know anything other than that. So if you want to grab it, if it's still available, I don't know. But you can search Antique Papery shop and see if you can find something like this. Right. Okay, so it just fits height-wise. So just have a look where we want to position it width-wise. Probably about the middle, give or take. I don't think it matters too much. It's still going to be pretty. So I'm going to put some glue along the top of the window and the bottom. Just because I know it barely fits in height wise, and then yeah, I'm actually going to put all the glue down here just so I'm not getting it places I don't need to. Here we go. Make sure it's up the right way. And make sure I've got it down far enough. There we go. And make sure it's straight. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay, I've just got a bit of glue around the edges, so I'm just going to give it a wipe with a tissue. And there, my envelope, colour blocked, washi taped envelope is done. Here we go, that's what mine looks like. Oops, didn't glue it well enough there, so let's just get in with our beautiful fine tipped bottle. Glue that down. Here we go, took care of that. So we have our prompts here. We have an envelope, so I used an envelope as my base to create a journaling spot thing, flip thing. We've got washi tape and colour blocking on the base with our peachy colour, yellow and brown. So I'm really happy with that. I really actually enjoyed that style, so I can well imagine that I will be doing this style again because I think it looks pretty cool. I did manage to get some ink streaks here and there. We'll just dirty it up, you know, make it deliberate. Gives it a grungy aesthetic, and I still love it, and you can still write on it. So there we go, there is the Deal It Up challenge for this Monday. I hope you give it a go and have some fun with me. Thanks for watching, and I shall catch you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.